All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakakwadash. And of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone. Salutations to all you sincere Akim, preaching this word in all truth and sincerity. All right, so I'm going to go into, a few scriptures here in the book of Exodus, which these particular verses are an extension of the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, whose true name is Yahweh, which means He is or He exists, and His only begotten Son, who is to teach us, of the Heavenly Father. These words are Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, Yahweh Shai, that's His Hebrew name, His only name, for He saves or He delivers. So this is Exodus 23 and 1. It says, "Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness." See, and our job is to tell the truth. Okay, us Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai created us to be His image on the earth. Their image, to teach their ways, to conduct ourselves holy, wholesomely, righteously. The word holy means to be separate. And, one of those things is not to be a liar. Not to be a slanderer, an accuser, a false witness. All right? Now, if you see the world the way it is right now, these people are all about getting over on one another. And you hear talks about, like, in the world, you watch these, like, hood movies, these black cinema films. And when it comes to black cinema, it's not just the Southern Kingdom, all right, the darker tribes. But that's just a way of Esau demonizing, us Israelites. He'll call us black, Hispanic. You got black entertainment. Well, on black entertainment growing up, it wasn't just the darker tribes. You had Latinos up there, so-called Afro-Latinos, all right, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans. We're all the same people, all right? And if you look at the world, these people are crashing out, all right? Crashing out, bugging out on one another, going crazy. Now, going back to what I was going to get into, you'll have these hood films, all right, these movies or TV shows, say it's a kingpin or a big drug lord. In order to stay that way, all right, he'll set people up. He'll work with the feds. He'll go and he'll fucking, point the finger at another person, accuse somebody. That's what this devil's about. That's how he got into power. All right, this devil, the Edomites, the self-proclaimed white man. All right. Now, the point is right here in verse 2. It says, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil." All these trends and, these protests and things of that nature, rebelling against the government, teaching people to rebel, raising up an anarchist spirit, all right, these militia groups. We're not supposed to follow these people, man. We're not supposed to follow after these multitude of these people and their bugged out ways, man. Scriptures tell us that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is His treasure. All right, so we don't need to be following after these people, doing the things that these people are doing. And also remember to be patient, okay? Because we're on the Lord's time. And people are crashing the fuck out, man. Just today at the workplace, all right, they were super short-staffed, okay? There was only like, 2 employees, 2 or 3 employees working in the front of the building and had to call for other people in the building to leave their duties to come and help them. That's wild. Okay, and a lot of the people that were calling out are younger people, man. Why? It's because these younger people, they don't know what the fuck's going on, and they think they're always gonna have mommy and daddy, man. Mommy and daddy to pay the bills, to pay the rent. Okay? They have no responsibility. And what they're seeing on TV, what's being promoted, is to just be riotous, just do whatever the fuck you want, which is another form of Satanism, man. Okay? They're seeing what these celebrities are doing, and these protests has been taking on, and thinking that they could just crash out if need be. Okay, but we understand that crashing out is not the way to go. All right? Crashing out will make you become a bug out. Will lead you out. You get your ass smoked out here by Esau, man. Okay? So once more, Exodus 23:2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Fuck what these people got going on. Fuck the way they react. Okay, their plots, their plans, their schemes. Okay, them thinking that they're going to override, this devil. They're going to override this system. Let them do them. Okay, let them be evil. Our job is to do what's good. Is to preach the Lord, is to remain faithful. Okay? It says, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. Okay? Remember to always speak the truth. Okay? Remember what we're about. Okay? We're not supposed to decline, all right, to, push off our righteousness to seek love after these people, man. Okay, let the wicked be wicked still. And our job is to follow after the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth. Okay, so with that, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Harakah Kodash. And of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. And remember to be vigilant at all times, because our adversary, all right, the devil, okay, the self-proclaimed white man, who's coming after the spirit, okay, of Satan, all right, is looking to agitate us and overthrow us, man. So remember to be vigilant, patient, harmless as a dove. All right, shalom out there.